Hello everyone, this is Thor with Massage Umbrella, doing passionate, creative, and intentional body work. Today I want to show different techniques and different ways we can stretch the hip flexor in different positions on the table. The reason this is important to be redundant within our stretches is because there's multiple muscles within each muscle group, and there's different attachments and functions for each muscle. So for the hip flexor, I'm going to have Gracie move to this side of the table just a nudge. Perfect. And by doing that, we're going to create the ability to hang this left leg off the table. Once we have the left leg hanging off the table, we're just creating the beginning of a stretch. The client's not really going to feel it that much, but to get them to feel it a little bit more and activate a stretch in the muscle, what I'm doing is I'm hooking my leg around her ankle and I'm creating some flexion in the knee. Are you feeling anything yet, Gracie?
Slightly.
Okay. Yeah, different people, depending on their flexibility, will feel this in different ways. So once you create that flexion in the knee, then you can push down on the knee a little bit more.
Oh yeah, feeling it.
And now I got the feedback that Gracie's feeling the stretch. And we're going to hold that for 30 seconds to a minute. What I like to ask is for 3 deep breaths. It sounds like we're really getting a good stretch in the psoas based on the feedback from Gracie. She's feeling it all the way past the attachment and the ASIS of the pelvis, all the way up into those lumbar vertebrae attachments. A variation that you can do here is create a little pressure. You find that ASIS. Is this okay for you?
You found it.
Yeah. And there you're able to manipulate those attachments of the psoas. You're also getting into the iliacus as well here. That muscle is commonly grouped together as the iliopsoas. Now I'm going to have you turn on your side, on your right side, facing that wall. So we showed a stretch for the hip flexor in a supine position. Now we're going to show a side line. What you can do is sit right beside the client like this and bring the leg back to the point where the ankle is even resting on your near knee, and using your side of your body as a pin and your leg to extend the stretch like that. Are you feeling that?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Feeling it from the knee all the way to up here.
Good. We can add some pressure. And release nice and slow. Alright, let's show that from the other side if you want to roll onto your left side. So using my body as a pin against the glute, resting the ankle on the near knee, and using the leg to extend the stretch. Are you good there, Gracie?
Yes, thank you.
Nice. Releasing nice and slow. And now I'm going to have you roll over so you're face down. The next way we can stretch the hip flexors from the prone position would be to create some hip extension. You can put your knee or your leg on the table to maintain good body mechanics and just pull up. You feeling a stretch there, Gracie?
Yep.
And from there, you're going to ask the client to take those 3 deep breaths and hold the stretch for at least 30 seconds. The next one we're going to show is similar because you're doing hip extension as well. This time with your hand on the quad and using a block to pin the glute so you isolate the stretch more. Last little wrinkle we're going to throw in here, and this is the most challenging, so you're going to want to build up to this by doing the other variations first and saving this one for last. So you're going to put this block underneath the client's quads and create some knee flexion. Are you feeling a stretch in the quads?
A little bit. Probably go deeper.
Once they start to feel a stretch, go a little bit deeper, but you don't want to get a full quad stretch. And then you're going to extend the hip backwards with the knee in that flex position. Are you feeling that?
Oh yeah.
Once again, holding for 3 deep breaths, syncing your breath up with the client to create that connection. If I wanted to level up the intensity, I could go a little bit deeper with that quad stretch. Is this okay for you?
Mm-hmm.
And then maintaining that flexion, extending the hip again. A little deeper of a stretch.
Oh yeah, now I feel it all the way from my knee all the way back up.
Good. And that will wrap up our hip flexor demo. We stretch the hip flexors multiple ways in 3 different positions. This is a good idea to do when it's a focus for the session, and I guarantee you Gracie's hip flexors are feeling a lot looser and warmed up now.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got the okay. With that, I'm gonna sign off. This is Thor with Massage Umbrella, doing passionate, creative, and intentional body work. Bye guys.